Hello friends, in this video I will be going to explain you SDN, that is software defined networking. Let me show you outlines of this video first. First I will explain you basic comparison of traditional networking and SDN. After that I will explain you basis of SDN. Then I will show you basis architecture of SDN networking, and at last I will explain you the benefits which is there with SDN. The first, traditional networking versus SDN. Now we will take one example of traditional networking. So here we are having two computers H1 and H2. Let us assume H1 wants to transfer data to H2. So H1 will be forwarding data to router 1 first. Once that data is available at router 1, then router 1 will have to take decision whether to forward this data to router 2 or router 3. Let us assume router 1 is forwarding the data to router. Once the data reaches to router 2, router 2 will see its routing table and from its routing table it will forward data to computer H2. So in this traditional networking, these routers will be taking decision of routing of data. Now how those decisions are taken? See, those decisions are taken based on routing algorithm, as well as those decisions are taken based on routing table. So inside router there will be routing algorithm, means there will be some computational powers, as well as there will be routing table in which you will be having data of next router. So here with the use of computational power, routers will be taking decision how those data will be forwarded to another router. So in traditional networking with router we are having two layers. That one can say one is control plane and the second is data forwarding plane. The control plane of router will take decision whether to forward it to router 2, router 3 and data forwarding, and plane will forward the data to R2 or R3. So in traditional networking, routers are having two planes, control plane and data forwarding planes. The control plane will decide to which router or to which computer data should be forwarded, and the data forwarding plane will explains you how to forward data. That is what the case which is happening in traditional networking. Now let us see how things will happen in SDN. Some same network is there, but now we are having SDN controller. So in SDN networking there will be SDN controller. This SDN controller is connected with all the routers. Now router will not have to decision whether to forward data to R2 or R3. Here SDN controller will give command to router whether to forward the data to router 2 or router 3. Here once you have done networking, then the decision making part of forwarding the data that will be taken care of by SDN controller. This SDN controller will decide how router should happen in network. So in traditional networking, routers were taking decision how data should be forwarded based on algorithms. In SDN networking, software inside SDN controller will decide how data will be forwarded into network.